Hello everyone, this is a video about MCLink, a service that I made that allows easy subscriber-only Minecraft servers. Currently it supports Twitch, Patreon, and GameWisp subscriptions. As a player, it only requires you to link up your accounts once. After that, you can log into any MCLink protected server that you have access to. As a server owner, you can create any number of services with any number of authorizing accounts in any combination, but more on that later. First, I'll show how the system works for players, and then I'll show you how to set up a server. So, for example, this test server I created, I can log into, but it will kick me and it'll tell me that it's protected by MCLink, and then I have to link my accounts, and then I have to make sure that I'm subscribed to the people who own the server. So if you go to the website, which looks like this, it has some information about the service and a list of supported services which may be added to later. If you go to the help page, there's a list of instructions of what you should do in order to get yourself whitelisted, and for server operators and streamers there is an extra help section here. And also importantly, if you wish to remove all of your account information, or if you change accounts, you should follow the steps down below. I will not be showing this, it's fairly straightforward. It tells you to connect to this IP address with the Minecraft client. The version is also specified. You need to be in between these two versions in order to connect. I am using 1.12.2 vanilla. If you connect to this service, you see that it uses the chat window, which you can click on the links by opening your chat box, so you can use your mouse. It also links back to the website. You're supposed to click here to start for all three services in my case, but you only need to do this for the services that you need. So you don't have to make a GameWisp account if you don't have one, or make a Patreon account if you don't have one. Click on the links. Normally you can just click yes, but because I want to control where this opens, I'll copy to clipboard and paste it. Wait a little for the page and authorize MCLink for access to your account. And then you can see in the game it gives you a status update. Do the same thing for Patreon and GameWisp. And you can see that I am now green across the board and I should be able to log in. So now I can leave this service or server. Now I'll have to do some trickery because it is my own server that I'm trying to log into. Now I am able to log into the test server. As you can see, this text appears on the screen still because of a Minecraft bug. It should go in about 30 seconds. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. That was it for the player tutorial. You only need to do the account linking step once. It is compatible across all MCLink protected servers. And then now on to the instructions for setting up your own server. If you want to set up your own server, you'll have to log into the MCLink server implementation and type in /API and hit enter. You'll be given an API key. You should click on it so it appears in your chat, and then you can select all of it with Control A and copy it with Control C and save it somewhere like in a text file so you can use it later. And then you can log back out of this. This API key is one key for all servers, and it stays valid until it is manually removed or reset. If you ask it a second time, so if you forget it, you can just log back into the server and request the API key again. You'll get the same one. To start a server, you should install a mod pack or standard Forge installation, like is explained in other places on the internet. And you should go to this mods and plugins tab and download the mod through CurseForge. You can select a version compatible with your version of Minecraft. Currently only a 1.12.2 is available. This will be, more versions will be added later. If you need a specific version, you can always contact me and I'll try and see if I can make it for you. Spigot and Sponge versions are currently being made, but unless there is a request for them, it might take a while. So you keep this jar file, you upload it to your server, and then you can start editing the config file. When you add the mod and restart the server, the first time a config file will be generated and the server will stop. You can edit this configuration file in your favorite editor. It's in config/mclink.cfg. If you scroll down to the service section, you see that it lists the services that are currently available. If a new service is added, you will not have to update the mod, though you should check for updates regularly. If you want your users to be authenticated with the Patreon service, for example, you make a new line in between the brackets, you put in your key that you copied from earlier. This is the API key from MCLink. Then you put a space, and then you need to read out these instructions above. In the case of Patreon, you can specify the amount of money that a user needs to pledge in order to have access to the server. This can be different per API key. So for example, you can have two users, one of which offers their Minecraft server in the $5 tier and one that offers the Minecraft server in the $7 tier. That's up to you. The amount is specified in cents. So for example, in my case, the test server is accessible from $3 and up, so I put in 300. If you want your users to also be able to authenticate through GameWisp or Twitch, you do the same thing for them. In the case of GameWisp, the required argument is the tier in numbers, so it's the tier 1, 2, and 3, for example. If you put in tier 2, then 2 and 3 will be able to join. Same with Patreon, anyone above 3 will be able to join, not only the users that exactly pledge $3. Twitch, the same thing. Here the arguments are a little different. The sub tier is Prime, which is a Prime sub, an Amazon Prime sub. There is the 1 tier sub, the regular sub, the 2nd tier, and the 3rd tier sub. These are the numbers that come out of the Twitch API. I have no idea why they chose 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000, but it is just the way it is. By default, in Twitch, you don't have to put in an argument, and every tier will be accepted. If you put your key in here and you are not partnered, it will result in errors, so please don't do that. Your users might not be able to join your server. There is a couple of additional things about the MCLink mod that you might want to know. The first is that there is a command in-game called MCLink that allows you to reload the config file dynamically without having to restart the server. There's also MCLink status command, which will show you the current status of the MCLink API. For example, if the version you're currently using is old, it will tell you. You can close and open the server also. This is a useful feature if you want to, for example, wait with the launch of a server until someone starts streaming or something along those lines. You can close the server and then no one will be able to log in who is only authenticated through MCLink. So any ops that can still log in, any people that have been manually whitelisted can still log in, but any authentication through MCLink will automatically fail. The users will get a different message so that they know the server is closed and that nothing is wrong with their account. And then when you're ready to go again, you can open the server. And now people will be able to join again. By default, the server is open. Although if there is no keys in your configuration file, no one will be able to log in unless they have been manually approved through either the regular vanilla whitelist or being opt on the server. And then finally, I'd like to point out that this service is made available free of charge, but it does cost money to run. You can make a voluntary contribution through PayPal or Patreon if you think it's worth it, though it's not required at all. I hope this video was useful. Bye.